O.D.D TV.
Hey everybody, O.D.D here. This is my very first Mandela Effect video, and I must say, for the past 2 years I've been dabbling in Mandela Effect research here and there, only to be able to debunk them in one way or another to my liking. For instance, if you build it, he will come. People believe that it's actually if you build it, they will come, because that makes sense, and I get that. The guy builds a baseball field, and he would want people to come, right? Not just he or one person. Well, yeah, but Field of Dreams is based on a book called Shoeless Joe, and in the movie, Ray, played by Kevin Costner, is a huge fan of Shoeless Joe. He's his hero. So when you hear, if you build it, he will come, it's talking about Shoeless Joe.
If you build it, he will come. If you build it, he will come. If you build it, he will come.
Another one is Magic Mirror on the Wall. People believe it's supposed to be mirror, mirror, which it is in the original Snow White book. But the Disney movie has always said Magic Mirror on the Wall. Sex in the City, Sex and the City, in and, very close sounding in nature. Interview with a Vampire, Interview with the Vampire, both which sound exactly the same due to the TH at the end of with the. See what I mean? So those are just a couple of examples, but I've been able to rectify most of the MEs to my satisfaction. And don't get me wrong, I understand the concept of merging timelines and some people being indigenous to certain timelines and others not. Okay, so I don't give Mandela Effectors a hard time or anything like that. Now, in the past couple of weeks, I was introduced to the James Bond Moonraker Mandela Effect. It blew my socks off. As most of you know, I'm a movie buff, and that's why I started my channel. Needless to say, I grew up watching Moonraker. It came out in 1979, only 5 years before I was born. So by the end of the 80s and the early 90s even, I watched it dozens of times. In the movie, the villain is Jaws, a giant man with metal teeth. And in one particular scene, he meets Dolly, and they fall in love instantly. Let's watch the scene real quick. So I remember Dolly having braces, and that's why this scene was so great. When Jaws smiles to reveal a mouthful of metal, Dolly smiles back also to reveal a mouthful of metal, her braces, and that was the reason for the immediate connection. And we can find residue of this fact here at universalexports.net. They have full descriptions of all the characters in the movie. For Dolly, it says, in perhaps the strangest love affair of the series, Jaws meets Dolly in Rio after his failed attempt on Bond and Goodhead's lives. The complete opposite of Jaws, Dolly is a short, blonde girl with pigtails, glasses, and braces. So there's that. And we have this, a Visa commercial using the actor that played Jaws. Let's watch it.
Take Visa Mini?
Ja, this is yes.
Good. I'm gonna get a few things.
Ja. Yes.
telling me that this was love at last.
So you see, the woman in the commercial smiles to reveal her braces, poking fun at the scene with Dolly. Here's a Twitter poll proving that most people feel like me. Obviously, if it was to keep going, we would probably have most people choosing braces. Dolly did have braces. I have no doubts. I remember things from my childhood better than I do now as an adult. Another very interesting connection comes from the CERN video called We Are Happy at CERN. Shout out to my brother Nicholson 1968 for this. In the video, it shows this guy wearing signs around his neck. One says Bond 1 and the other says Mandela. What's crazy is Bond 1, or the very first James Bond movie, is Casino Royale from 1954, starring Barry Nelson. And Nelson is the first name of Nelson Mandela, which the Mandela effect is named after. Can't make this stuff up, and it's too much for a mere coincidence. So I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Please let me know if this also affects you, and if you're either for or against the Mandela effect, and why. Also, real quick, if any of you out there do not like my content, you find it unsatisfactory, I'm not releasing the info that you want me to release, then welcome to O.D.D TV. I do what I want here. This is my channel. I make the videos that I want. I release the info that I want. I make my videos exactly how I want, and I usually don't take pointers or tips or what to make and how to make it from anybody. So this is this is O.D.D. Welcome to the channel. You like it? Stay. You don't? Go unsub. Go make videos about me, how I'm a gatekeeper or whatever, how I'm not talking about the information that's important to you. I don't really care. I'm out. Peace.